In this video, we're going to talk about ionic bonding. Ionic bonding is considered an electrostatic force of attraction between oppositely charged ions. The formation of an ionic compound occurs typically between a metal and a nonmetal, which respectively form cations and anions in that compound. Some information about ionic compounds are they typically tend to be solid at room temperature, and in their solid state they're crystalline, rigid and brittle. They tend to have fairly high melting points and boiling points, and because of these particular aspects we consider ionic bonds to be very strong. In the solid state they are very poor conductors of electricity. However, when you dissolve them in water, they end up being very good conductors of electricity. An example of an ionic compound would be the compound sodium chloride, or NaCl. When we write the formula, this does not represent the structure of the molecule overall. Rather, it tells us the ratio of the cation sodium and the anion chlorine in the compound itself. Typically, they're arranged in a way that their positives and negative charges are considered isotropic, meaning that they can be patterned in a crystal lattice form no matter what geometry or location around each atom that the other different charged ion happens to be. In sodium chloride, they pattern in alternating ions where you'll have sodium right next to a chlorine ion, and then that repeats. But it does so in a formation of a 3D kind of crystalline structure that you can see translated in this much better drawing over here on the right hand side. So this is an example of an ionic compound, and typically these are formed when one atom transfers an electron or multiple electrons to another atom to create these cation and anion ions. This is the end of our ionic bonding video. Look to our next video about covalent bonding to look at our second type of bonding that we will study in chemistry.